Hey everyone, welcome back to All About Panama, your go-to channel for exploring the incredible history, culture, and natural beauty of this amazing country. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a man who changed the course of history, not just for Panama, but for the entire world. His name? Vasco Núñez de Balboa. Balboa was a Spanish explorer, conquistador, and the first European to lay eyes on the Pacific Ocean from the shores of the New World. His journey was filled with danger, intrigue, and discovery, and his legacy is forever etched into the history of Panama. So, let's get into it. Who was Vasco Núñez de Balboa, and why is he such a significant figure in Panama's history? Let's start with the basics. Who was Vasco Núñez de Balboa? Born in 1475 in Jerez de los Caballeros, Spain, Balboa came from a noble but impoverished family. Like many young men of his time, he was inspired by the tales of wealth and adventure in the New World. In 1501, at the age of 26, Balboa joined an expedition to the Americas led by Rodrigo de Bastidas, landing in what is now Colombia. However, this initial venture didn't bring him the fame or fortune he was seeking. He eventually found himself in the Caribbean, where he attempted to settle down as a plantation owner on the island of Hispaniola, now known as the Dominican Republic in Haiti. But owning a plantation wasn't for him, and soon he found himself deep in debt. In a twist of fate that would alter the course of history, Balboa stowed away on a ship bound for the mainland in 1510, escaping his creditors and seeking new opportunities in the land that would one day be called Panama. Little did he know, he was about to embark on a journey that would make him a legend. Once he arrived on the Isthmus of Panama, Balboa quickly rose to prominence. In 1510, he established Santa Maria la Antigua del Darien, the first permanent European settlement on the mainland of the Americas. This was a massive achievement at the time, as the region was fraught with hostile indigenous tribes, treacherous terrain, and diseases that decimated many European expeditions. But Balboa wasn't just a leader, he was a shrewd diplomat and strategist. He forged alliances with local indigenous tribes, particularly with the powerful cacique, or chief, Comager. This alliance would prove crucial for Balboa's later endeavors, especially as he began to hear whispers of a vast sea to the south and lands rich in gold. Balboa's leadership and his ability to navigate the complexities of the indigenous politics set him apart from other conquistadors. He wasn't just interested in conquest, he was also a keen observer of the new world he was exploring. Now, let's talk about the moment that sealed Balboa's place in history, the discovery of the Pacific Ocean. In 1513, Balboa embarked on an arduous journey across the Isthmus of Panama, driven by tales of a great South Sea and the promise of unimaginable riches. Accompanied by a small band of Spaniards and a larger contingent of indigenous allies, Balboa hacked his way through dense jungle, climbed treacherous mountains, and crossed dangerous rivers. After weeks of struggle, on September 25, 1513, he reached the summit of a mountain, where he became the first European to see the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Balboa famously waded into the waters with his sword and a flag, claiming the South Sea and all the lands it touched for the Spanish crown. This moment was monumental. It opened up the Pacific for exploration and trade, setting the stage for future expeditions that would eventually lead to the establishment of Spanish colonies throughout South America. But Balboa's story isn't all triumph, there's also a tragic twist. Despite his achievements, Balboa's rising influence made him powerful enemies, including the newly appointed governor of the region, Pedro Arias de Villa, also known as Pedrarias. In 1517, Pedrarias, fearing Balboa's influence, accused him of treason and conspiracy against the Spanish crown. Balboa was arrested, tried in a sham trial, and ultimately sentenced to death. In January 1519, Balboa was beheaded in the very land he had helped to conquer and explore. While his life ended in tragedy, Balboa's legacy lived on. His discovery of the Pacific Ocean paved the way for future explorers like Ferdinand Magellan, who would later circumnavigate the globe. In Panama, Balboa's name is honored in various ways, including the nation's currency, the Balboa, and the town of Balboa near the Panama Canal. So, what does Balboa's legacy mean for Panama today? Vasco Núñez de Balboa is remembered as one of the most important figures in Panama's history. His discovery of the Pacific Ocean is a point of pride for the nation, symbolizing Panama's role as a crossroads of the world. The story of Balboa is taught in schools, celebrated in festivals, and commemorated in statues and monuments across the country. But beyond the history books, Balboa's spirit of exploration and adventure lives on in Panama's people. The country continues to be a place where cultures, ideas, and economies intersect, much like in Balboa's time. Panama's strategic location between two oceans makes it a vital link in global trade, and the Panama Canal is a modern-day testament to the spirit of exploration that Balboa embodied. And there you have it, the fascinating story of Vasco Núñez de Balboa, a man whose daring spirit and thirst for adventure helped shape the history of Panama and the world. His journey from a struggling farmer to one of the most renowned explorers of his time is a tale of ambition, determination, and, ultimately, the price of power. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Panama's history, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to All About Panama for more amazing content about this incredible country. Let me know in the comments what other historical figures or events you'd like to learn about. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure.